Hey, it's Soviet Combat Sloth here, and we're coming at you with another thoughts or impressions review type video on a budget 5.7 by 28 caliber handgun this time. This is the PSA or Palmetto State Armory Rock 5.7. I was able to put this together super cheap last year, November 2022. Like Palmetto State Armory, they always have like daily deals, or I think this was like maybe their Black Friday deal, or I don't know, I can't remember. But they had the frame. It was a frame combo deal. Oh, excuse me. But it was a Palmetto State Armory 5.7 rock frame, complete frame with all the internals, and a PSA Dagger 9mm Glock type frame. Their Glock clone they make, but a complete frame of that. And yeah, it was $169 for both frames. And then I ended up a day or two later, I bought the slide, complete slide, all the internals and a barrel, complete slide for $200. And when I ordered the frames, I ordered 2 mags. They're $20 a piece. And yeah, I ended up not needing the Dagger, the 9mm Dagger frame. So I sold that for like $100. So yeah, then I'm into this frame for $69, $70. And $200 and $40. Like that's like $320 for a 5.7 by 28 handgun. Like you can't beat that. Like ever since I was younger and I seen the FN 5.7, I always wanted one, but yeah, I'm not gonna spend $1,300. Like I've spent that on other guns, but just not really in the market for a $1,300 5.7, I guess. And the ammo used to be super expensive. Like it's hit or miss now, like with the political or whatever the situations arise, like COVID and shit like that drove people nuts, and they had to go out and panic buy all the ammo, like with elections and COVID. And so now the ammo prices are starting to come down a little bit. So yeah. Yeah, so I figured it's time for me to jump into the 5.7 market. So yeah, $320, man, for a really great looking, just really nice little pistol, man. Well, I said nice little, but it's a full size or service size handgun, somewhere in the size, and like a 1911 would be about this size, or like a government 1911, like a full size, or a Glock 17 would be about the same size as this. Yeah, do a little quick safety check here, shaboosh. No round in the chamber, no magazine in the gun. But yeah, it's got some nice features. It's got a fluted barrel. This one does. Like you can buy fluted or threaded barrels on Palmetto's website. I just went with the cheapest slide I can get, which was this one. Well, we have fluted barrel, front and rear slide serrations. Here's a little top view. I did not go with the optics cut slide, which I should have done probably, but that was like another $50 and I was being cheap at the time. It's got good sights. Just ignore the dust bunnies there, like I carry this thing. But it's got compatibility with Glock front and rear sights. So that's easy and sometimes cheap to switch out depending on which sight you're going with. Picatinny rail for your lights and lasers. It's got a squared off trigger guard. Some people like to hook their finger on there when they're shooting. Like I used to shoot like that, but I noticed like when I have my finger, it was like I was pulling to the left. So when I started just doing a regular old thumbs forward, like I started shooting better. But that's to each their own. But it's undercut trigger guard as well, so you can get your finger up there nice and high. It's got a, I'll go ahead and drop the slide. The slide lock, slide release is pretty, it's almost like it's extended, but it doesn't protrude super far to get caught on anything. But it's like there's enough real estate there for you to just get a hold of that thing. The dog got scared of the slide going forward. You can probably hear it tip-tapping on the floor, running away. But, yeah, that's easy to actuate. But like I said, the beaver tail there, you can get up there nice and high, and with that that undercut, you can get your fingers up there. You can just really get a nice high ride on the gun and control it better. It's a 5.7, so there's not a lot of recoil anyways, but yeah. If you like to get up there nice and high on the gun, you're able to do so, and that slide's not going to bite you unless you got, like, I don't know, King Kong hands or something. Little finger groove there. Like, I don't know how to feel about that. I don't really know if I like it, but it just doesn't bother me that much, I guess. The grip is pretty slim, but it's like there's swells like here on the side. I don't know if you can tell. That really just kind of fill in your palm. Like it's a comfortable handgun. Like the only other handgun that I found this comfortable maybe is like the Luger, or like a what the hell is the other handgun? Like a CZ75. This magazine is loaded. I'll show you another little thing there. But there's little indentions here on the side of the gun, on the bottom of the grip there. Like if you had a double feed or something where you gotta really rip this mag out, like with that little ledge here on the actual base plate, and with that, like you're able to just really get a good tight firm grip on that base plate and rip it out of there if you had to. I don't know if I mentioned 23 +1 capacity. Nice little hollow points there. I've actually got it loaded up with a FN branded SS195LF lead-free cartridge, 27 grain, like jacket and hollow point. I like that's another thing I like about 5.7 is like, look at these boxes. They're so small. Like for like each, like you could probably put 4 of these boxes like in the same real estate as one box of 9mm. Like, so like if you were bugging out or something or whatever you're doing, like, or just storing your ammo, like this will take up a lot less space. This is actually expensive though. This was like $50 for 50 rounds, like at a local gun shop, just because I had to have a box of carry ammo. But this was like $30. Like, so you can get ammo a little cheaper, like $29, $30, something like that, $35. Some of your ammo, like Spear Gold Dots, are like freaking $70 a box or something, almost $60 a box. Like, it's crazy. So it's a little more expensive to shoot than 9. But yeah. I figured now, like with this deal, like last year, I was like, this is the time for me to jump on one of these. Like, I just couldn't beat it for the price. Like I said, full-size, service-size handgun. Lock that back. We'll get rid of this magazine because it's loaded. Oh, here's a... You see, it's a little longer cartridge, so... There's a Glock 22 magazine. Like the same height, really. Close to it. But this is what I used to carry for my daily carry. My EDC was the Glock 22. It's just a law enforcement mark mag, old school mag. But 16 rounds of like this magazine's kind of heavy loaded. Like 16 rounds of 40 caliber. Or 15 rounds of 40 caliber, yeah. So 16 rounds total in that gun. This weighs significantly less, like, and you get 8 more shots, like, total in the gun. 24 rounds. So yeah. So 24 rounds. Like, I get 8 more rounds than the Glock. I get less recoil. Like, it's just something I wanted to pursue for my carry gun. And get a little size comparison going here. This is what I used to carry, was a Gen 2 Glock 22 40 caliber. Like you can see, they're close to the same size. The rock is just a little bit longer, like in both dimensions, like the slide and grip, a little bit longer. But it's a lot lighter. Like this is a good bit heavier. Some people would be like, man, you went with a little wimpy round. Like, you should have stuck with the 40 or a 9 or something. Like, here's your 40 and your 5.7. But, I don't know. I figured, like, I'm an okay shot. And, like, I enjoy the fact that this has less recoil. And, it's a little bit lighter. And, yeah, that's why I ended up going with a 5.7 over my 40. I'm sure I'll switch back to the 40 someday, maybe. Or, like, it just depends on the mood. Like, if you're a gun guy and you carry, you'll know that sometimes you just, like, you switch your gun. Like, there's no perfect gun, man. Like, I went through so many carry guns, like, trying to find. But, yeah. If you're one of them type of guys that you can carry a full-size handgun, like, it just depends on your belt and your holster and all that good shit, but, and which position you're going to carry in. But, like, most people don't really realize you can make a full-size handgun work. But, yeah, I carry this all the time and I don't even notice I got it. The texturing on the grip's pretty good. Like I said, finger groove there. There's memory pads on either side for your finger. Like if you're lefty or righty, you have somewhere to rest your finger. Front and rear slide serrations. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned fluted barrel. But yeah, it's a great pistol, man. And I don't know, just keep an eye out on Palmetto State Armory's website. And just try to slap one together if you're interested, or just keep it, like I said, keep your eye out on their daily deals, because sometimes they offer the complete handgun really cheap too. But in the near future, I'll get a shooting video up of this thing and like just show it off. The channel's still a newish channel, so I'm still trying to figure everything out and get time to do everything. But anyways, Soviet Combat Sloth signing out. Shaboosh.